Good morning, Maui. Taking a look at our surface analyst, you'll notice we got a couple high pressures, both around 1025, which is pretty weak. We're getting our wind from this one right here, throwing us our easterlies. You'll see a couple lows. They're pretty weak. 1014s have developed in between all those high pressures. And we have our first look at a tropical storm down here. Looking at that same view on our wind map, you'll see this was that one high pressure still to our north, and this is that high pressure we're getting our east winds from right here. A couple little lows. This probably won't give us any waves, and then over here you'll see this first tropical storm, a little second one in between. It's going to squeeze it. This will probably head up towards Mexico and not block our winds yet, but that's what we're scared of and we're going to be looking for. It's blowing 15 east on the crater. Checking our Big Island soundings, you'll see that our inversion is well over the 9,000 foot. So I would imagine that would make some pretty good flying like the last 2 days seem to have been. Checking into Kauai, we'll notice that it is looking pretty much the same. It is pretty humid out there, but with such a high inversion, it should allow the clouds to develop a lot higher up, make for some good flying. Taking a look at the radar, you'll see a little disturbance, I think, throwing some clouds in, but nothing really for us to worry about, I'd say. Quick look at the big blue. Most notable thing is this tropical storm. This is where all our hurricanes will be formed, so we just kind of check in on that every once in a while. Wind Guru forecast for the week shows moderate east trades all week, probably perfect for all flying sports. I'm gonna probably start checking out the L from maybe today, probably Monday, Tuesday are definite goes. And if it's state trends, anytime it's light blue, first thing I'm gonna think about is flying the L. So game plan on. High tide's gonna be around 2 o'clock. That means midday foiling for all those foil addicts out there, and maybe a kite beach 11 o'clocker, but I'll be up pulley so won't worry about it. Remember 2 weeks ago when we had 10 days of south swell? Yeah, that's all I can remember about south swell. Not worrying about it. It could be fun today, but again, 1 foot, 1 meter, 16 seconds. That's not too much. East swells looking like 3.6 feet, 7 seconds. Scroll down the real true wave height, zero point 0.7. Nothing really. Taking a look at the sun, definitely has an active region right here. That's a big sunspot. Should be throwing out some flares for us, so that's always exciting. That's what we look for here. My plans for the day, probably get that poly paraglide flight in, maybe bring the hang glider up and try to score a secondary long flight, and if not, just make it down and do some hydrofoiling at Kite Beach, or maybe someone will call me up and want to go to the L and bypass everything. Alright guys, have a nice day. Talk to you later. Bye.